So for the kitten's birthday, I wanted to do a little upcycling, and this cat tree was just falling apart. I mean, they were pulling the twine out. You can see the carpeting on it was all messed up. It's not even carpeting, it's more like a fabric. So I decided that I was going to tear apart this entire cat tree and redo the whole thing to make it look completely different. Here's how I did it. So first I started to disassemble the whole entire cat tree. And of course they wouldn't get off of it or away from it. So they hung out with me while I took it apart piece by piece. It was a challenge at times. Some of those screws were in there pretty tight, but we did it. We got it done. After everything was apart, I needed to take off the fabric and I needed to unravel the twine that was on there. So I started pulling apart the fabric, which was on there pretty tough. Sometimes it was a little hard for me to pull that off, but I did it and I unraveled all of the twine, and it was a lot of work and a lot of vacuuming afterwards from all the dust. I wanted to use vintage fabric that was my great aunt's for the underline, the base of everything, what would be underneath what the cats would sit on. So I cut my fabric pieces and I used a glue gun just to glue the fabric down. And if you're going to do this, you need to make sure that you really glue those corners because they absolutely have to stay down. You're gonna glue the sides that go across from each other first, and then you're gonna wanna fold in the other side and glue that down accordingly. And this is what your square will look like on the bottom. So that is one post for them to stand on. So then I took a bunch of carpet squares, you know, the ones that you get at Lowe's or Home Depot. My dad and my husband are really into carpentry and redoing things, and they've been to those stores several times. And what do my children do while they're there? They go and look at carpet squares. So I asked to borrow the collection of carpet squares, and the kids graciously gave them to me, and that is what I used for the kittens to be able to sit on. So the carpet squares are the nice and comfy part that the cats will lay on. And again, I just use a glue gun to glue those down. It was the easiest way to do it. It was pretty easy to put them on and put everything together. When I was done, I made sure to go around the edges and make sure that everything was glued down all the way around on all four sides. Then I took old t-shirts that I had cut into kind of like yarn, and I braided them, and that's what I used for the scratching post. And I did a ton of them. Oh my gosh, I don't even know how much braiding I did. And I just put random colors together. And then again, I used the glue gun to wrap them around the poles. And you have to be really careful when you're doing this. And it does take a lot of glue and it takes a lot of time to wrap these. But you want to make sure that you definitely get an entire layer of glue all the way around the top and all the way around the bottom. But you're just going to wrap it all the way around, and you kind of want to overlap your previous layer just a little bit in order to get that bit of tightness. But I pulled these really tight so I knew that they were going to stay on, because I have some pretty aggressive cats down there when it comes to clawing at things. So these needed to be super tight and ready to go for these crazy cats. Also, you're going to want to know where all of the holes are, because that's where the screws are going to go to hold everything together. So either put a mark there, or you can use just scissors to push through them. They're pretty easy to find, even covered by fabric and carpet. After a lot of gluing and wrapping and braiding, it was finally time for the reveal of the cat tree at the kitten birthday party place. And I think they really enjoyed it and were super excited when they saw it. Yes, this was a lot of work to put together, but actually, I would consider doing it again. And it did get rid of a lot of material that I had been saving for I don't even know how long, and I don't even know why I was saving it. So it was good to do that. Everything matched. They loved exploring it. They loved climbing to the different levels. It was a little shaky though. That top level was like really, really concerning me. So I did do a little bit of editing to the tree. So I ended up just bumping the top layer down a notch. And I think that was a better idea. I think actually this tree is made for kittens. And I got it for them when they were kittens, and it worked perfectly. Now that they're big cats, weighing an average of 9 pounds, it's a little shaky when they're on it. But that's okay. I think they can still enjoy it, and for now, it's working for them. We'll just have to limit the amount of cats to 2 or maybe 3. If you have any questions about how I redid this cat tree, please ask them in the comments. I would love to answer any questions you have. Thank you so much for watching and for celebrating the kitten's birthday with us. It means so much to us. We are so happy to have them and to celebrate 1 year of them being in our lives. And honestly, the day they were born was the day that we chose that they were our forever kitties. We love you, little babies. We hope you had the happiest birthday week ever. And we'll see you guys in the next one.